Hello family and welcome new viewers. In this video, a brother in Christ prayed to God for a rapture dream, and to his surprise, God revealed to him things to come, which was mind-blowing. Please share if you ever had a dream like this in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
I want to talk about my rapture dreams. The dreams I had a while ago. I feel like I've been holding back on talking about God because I feel like that's what I should be doing. Besides this fitness and besides like the content I want to do, which is YouTube and all that, I want to talk about God more than anything. Dang this. There we go. Makes it look fat, but I want to talk about God more than anything because, I mean, I told God that I would, this is the reason I'm going to start. Like, sure, I'm going to do like my original content, like fitness. I want to do gaming soon too, but originally I wanted it to be about God also, mainly about God too, not just about fitness. Like, sure, yeah, I can do fitness videos and it could just be a regular video, but anyway, in these dreams, I know I'm talking a lot, but in these dreams, there's two dreams actually that I had, and the first dream, it was both times there was two raptures. It was like two raptures. I was in this open field with all these like trees. It was a beautiful field. It looked amazing outside, and I was just walking down this little pathway, and then I looked up, and the cloud split open, and what it looked like was crazy. It was like every planet or every star was like aligned. Every star in the entire galaxy was like just in the sky. Remember how Jesus says that he's going to bring the kingdom of heaven down to earth? And you know how God, the Bible talks about the stars and all those people as angels, and some of them as people consider heaven like space, and the universe, like all the stars that we see, they consider that heaven. I mean, we've never been up there before, so I mean, like, it would make sense. And the Bible has a lot of explanations about that too, but it was like all the stars and all the planets were aligned, and they all came down with him. And his angels were surrounded. He was surrounded by angels, but he was like the brightest one of them all. You couldn't see his face. Then I lifted up, and as I lifted up, it kind of like switched to a part where like I was with my friend. I'm not gonna say their full names, but it was Vincent and Jesus, and they were sitting in this house. And I was like, when I was in the house, I was like, okay. I was like, oh shoot, I need to tell my friends about this. I need to tell my friends what's going on right now, because I was raised up. I was floating in there. I knew how to fly. I can talk. Oh, there was an angel next to me. I don't know if it was I think it was the angel, and I was talking to it telepathically. Like, I wasn't speaking words. I didn't have to. And I told him, I was like, I'm gonna taunt here. Sorry, I don't have my car on, but I was gonna go and I was gonna say I need to go talk to my friends and tell them about this, and then it ended. But then it happened again. And the next dream, the rapture happened again in that first dream. It happened twice. And the second time, the same thing happened. I got lifted up, but this time it just ended. Then the second time, it was the same thing, but I was with my mom. And we're in this little restaurant area. We were just talking, and the roof kind of like broke, and Jesus came, and the cloud, and I'm not going to explain what it looked like, because it was kind of like the same thing as the last dream, except it was darker. And it was more like it felt more like we were alive this time, and we were on the earth. You know what I mean? And you know how, I'm taking this off. And you know how the Bible talks about in Revelations, when Jesus comes back, he's going to raise the dead first, and then the people that are alive he'll raise them up after. And the crazy thing about that is that the way I can confirm this dream, and not that many people know, like, will believe it, because, you know, some people are just like that, you know, they don't believe in God like that, but the way I can confirm it is that this was in 2020, 2019, somewhere near there. And that was during a time of like when TikTok, and when you watch Christian TikTok, and it was like, do you guys have time for God? If you want to, do like, share, and comment. So this, you know how the videos were back then. And my mom, she didn't believe me when I told her about those dreams that I had. I also had more dreams than that, but those would be for another video. I was telling her about these dreams, and she didn't believe me. She thought that I was just watching too much TikTok, and I was absorbing too much of the content on TikTok, and she thought I was lying about that. And then this girl, she went to go to work, and this girl came up to her, and she has a gift from God. And my mom, I think she knew, but I don't think she like knew that she would do it to her. And she can like read minds, or God tells her what she's thinking. And she went to my mom, and she was like, hey, can I ask you something? And she was like, does your son have dreams about God? Or does your son have get dreams from God? And she told her, and my mom was like starting to freak out a little bit. She was like, well, yeah, I think God told me to tell you that those dreams are from God. So listen, when he tells you about your dreams, listen to him, because those dreams are from God, and they're from her. And she could read her mind. And that was I believe that was a gift from God, because she could read her mind. And she literally, and that day she told her everything she was saying, and then a few days later she told her something that she was thinking in her head, and she was freaking out. My mom told me that she was scared to go near her because she doesn't know, like, she doesn't want to read well, like, because you know how humans are. We're human. We have a human brain. We have our thoughts go over the place, and we look at someone or look at something, we think bad thoughts all the time. People, as far as they don't want to admit it, they think the same things, but they don't like it. They don't care for it. They don't want to do things like that. So of course, when they think about it, they're like, oh, okay. They just block it out of their mind because they don't want to do that. You know, they're good people. They try to be. But that can confirm it, because she came home to me and she was crying, and I was like 14, 15 at the time. This is when I like just came to Christ and I was just learning about everything. And I believe that in those dreams, both times, either it's I'm gonna believe, like, I know the pre-rapture. I know people talk about that and say that it's like it's gonna happen. Yeah, honestly, I'm not really certain on that, because even though the Bible talks about how he was gonna raise up his church, and before, you know, raise up his church before wrath and stuff like that, and it talks about Revelations, I don't know if I fully believe that, because it doesn't specifically say that God's gonna take us with him to heaven. But I'm gonna believe all of them. I'm gonna believe that the pre-rapture is real. I'm gonna believe that when Jesus comes, the dead are gonna be raised first, and the alive are gonna be raised first, or raised after. But I think it's time to start talking about this, because I just feel like I should be, you know. And this let you know, I already explained it. I hope I did. But those dreams, I believe they represented when Jesus comes back, the dead are, because you know how Jesus talks about how there's paradise when you die. We don't go to heaven yet. We're not, no, people that are dead, people that have made it to, or not heaven, but made it to paradise, that's where Jesus says we're going to be, and we're not going to be in heaven until the end. So I believe that everyone's in paradise, and I believe in the first dream where I was, it was because it was a beautiful place. It was like magnificent. It was green. It looked nice. It was beautiful. It would look like clear. You can see everything. Everything was clear. It didn't look dusty or dirty or nothing. It looked perfect. I believe that those are the people in paradise, because remember how Jesus says that the ones that are dead are gonna be resting in the grave, meaning I'm guessing they're gonna be resting in paradise, which isn't heaven. It's just a waiting place for heaven. So I believe that we are gonna, people, the first dream that I had, I know I'm kind of all over the place. The first dream that I had is paradise, is the people that are dead and the people that are already in paradise are going to be raised up first. And I believe the second dream is the people that are going to be raised up when they're alive on earth for tribulation. But it could also be the pre-rapture, but I'm going to believe in all of them, because even if the pre-rapture isn't real, I mean, if it is, then, I mean, you better be ready for it. I mean, shoot. I mean, we've been talked about it. It's been talked about for so long, so maybe it is. And I kind of believe it is, so I'm just going to stick with it. But if it doesn't happen, just be ready for that too. Because if it doesn't if the pre-rapture doesn't happen and tribulation does start and you see the signs, be ready to go through tribulation, because we're going to go through it. Not like we're not going to be the targets. Not like, it's not, you know what I mean? Like, we're going to be targets of the mark of the beast. We're going to probably, who knows what's going to happen. Bad things are going to happen to us. But I'm just saying, be prepared for that, because be prepared for the pre-rapture, because I believe it could be real, but it might not, but it could be real. I say be ready for that, and also be ready for tribulation, because we might have to live through it too. You know, and I think Jesus returning is the rapture and the second coming, obviously. But you guys have a good day. God bless. I was going to record my leg pump, but I just completely forgot to, because I just have to go home because my dad needs a car to go to work. And this is his car. I'm still trying to get my own, but I'm trying to get a job and stuff, so pray for me on that, because I feel like these places have not been like caring at all about it. So, God bless you guys. Have a good day, and see you later.
I love you, Lord, for your mercy never failed me all my days.